Hi,
And
Mary. Welcome, Mary Armour, LCSW. I know you have another question that I'd love to answer for you.
I do. I'm actually skipping ahead a bit. I'm really wanting to know your suggestions for increasing my practice. I've had a practice since 1997. Mostly have worked by word of mouth, and now that I'm really focusing on the practice, I'm ready to hear your ideas.
Yes, absolutely. So a couple of things that I think are absolutely key when you want to build clientele, right? One is to have a website and have a website where you can actually have a blog component, because that blog component and continuously putting information as in those blogs is what's going to
Mm.
keep your numbers going up in terms of like the Google analytics and the SEO and that sort of thing. So you want to keep it boosted by posting a blog post, once a month, right? Or once every couple of weeks, once a week if you want to devote that amount of time and energy to it. But once every month or so is really, really adequate. Another thing to do is list yourself on a minimum of 3 advertising sites. So
Okay.
you want to be on, Psychology Today is one I always suggest, and then a couple of others, right? And there are so many different options with that. But just think about, where do you think you're going to find your client base? And that's how you would decide the 2 additional sites.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the third thing, and this is something that's really simple, but so useful, and it gets left out so often. It's so powerful and useful to do. Develop a 1-minute elevator pitch about your private practice, who your clients are, and what you can provide. Every single person that you know should know that you're providing the service. Like, obviously, if you're working in an organization, you can't go around, in a nonprofit sharing your business cards with everybody, right? But your doorman, your neighbors, people that you see at the grocery store who right? Every place that you go, you want to just let people know, I'm a therapist in private practice. I treat people dealing with X, Y, and Z. And that'll be a great way to get referrals. People are surprised at how often that happens. Another way to do that same thing, besides that 1-minute in-person elevator pitch, is to send out an email blast to all of your contacts. Obviously you want to BCC so that people aren't harassed or annoyed, or if you want to do it individually to 200 people, you can. I don't recommend that. I would BCC and say, announcement, I am in private practice, right? And then list a little of your information about you, Mary Armour, LCSW, I am in private practice. I treat clients dealing with XYZ. Please share this with your network, and think of me if you have anyone that you'd like to refer. Here is how you can refer to me, and whether that's your website link, an email, a phone number, whatever it is. So obviously you're not going to treat your friends and family, but they are going to think of you when they have people in their community, in their family group, their friend group, that need therapy. So that's the other way that I would do it electronically. Another thing that I would add to this is to post it on your social media. So even your personal social media, right? Like, obviously this is not going to be your client magnet, but it's going to be a place where you're, again, letting your friends, your family, your former colleagues, your former college roommates, your neighbors' parents know that you provide this service, and here's how they can send somebody that they'd like to refer to you. They can copy and paste that and send it in an email. So those are some really solid, tried and true ways to really expand your client base and let people know who you are and what you're doing. And I absolutely recommend all of them.
I love that. It's so organic. It just flows with my day. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome, Mary. Have a great day.
You too.